Jump in the back of the pickup truck and join us for a ride back to the good old days.
Are you telling me that you built a time machine?
A nostalgic podcast based on entertainment and memories from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. Come with us and revisit the best time ever. So jump on your BMX bike, pop a heavy metal tape into your Walkman, and hang on tight while you go back to the past with us.
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
Oh, wow, man. Wait a second, man. What do you think the teacher's going to look like this year?
Hey, all. Welcome to Pastimes at 80's High. Got a little bonus episode for everyone tonight. A little bit random and a little bit local. I have some friends here from the old high school and elementary school and life days. So we're going to go back and just do a little mishmash, if you will, with, some random stuff here. I have, as always, Donald with me. Hello, Donald.
Hey, what's happening?
And I have my oldest friend, I believe, Bethany.
Hello. Nice to be here.
Indeed. And then I have two incredibly older friends. I'd say all kindergarten or first grade, right? Not older, old, a long time. Is that better? I have Jen. How are you?
Hi, AJ.
Hello. And Chrissy.
Hello.
Hi. So I think this will be a lot of fun, just going back and chatting about the good old days, and this really goes back. I mean, for me anyway, at least kindergarten, if not before. So we'll just get it rolling. Before I do, I just want to get it out there. As always, our email address, and that is pta80h@gmail.com. Once again, pta80h@gmail.com. All right. So like I said, a bit of a mishmash here. I guess I have the honors today, and our first category is our favorite keg party memory. Now, I hope no one's offended if they have a memory from something that we talk about tonight that I don't recall or they don't recall. But this one here, nobody has to worry about other than me, because I actually spoke about this in the past in another episode. But I run with it just because of how vivid it is for me. We all know a local owns a pretty large concert venue here in the area, yes? And used to have a lot of parties up in the acres. One in particular party, you were definitely there, Donald. But this particular night, this girl that I was kind of attracted to in high school, that I never thought in a million years would reciprocate. Her first name was Amy. I went up to the bedroom with her. I was a teenager at this point. It was just very nice chatting for about a half hour and hanging out at this party. Yes, at first, Donald. And then I went in for the kill or the move. And I go up and get to that snapping point, as they used to be in the front. And as I was there, blue lights out the window, friggin' party busted. Donnie, you were there yelling, go, go, go. We all had to run into the woods. I think we were in the woods for like an hour while the cops broke it up. Yeah, I know it doesn't sound like a very fun memory, but to me it was, because this girl was, someone that I, like I said, was attracted to and I liked, but just never would have thought anything about it. Am I on mute over there?
Connections or whatever.
Missed connections.
Missed connections.
Right.
But anyway, It was just really meaningful to me because I have seen that person a handful of times over the past few decades, and we still get along great.
There's that little opportunity
was
missed.
one of my
Right.
10 million keg party
That
stories.
what if?
The what if, yes.
Did
Indeed.
you push her out of the way so you could get out first?
I walked over her like George Costanza. No, I did not.
I am not getting busted.
I was at
Awesome.
that party too, and I remember laughing because it was in her bedroom. The party, at least the one that I went to, the party was in her bedroom, and the rest of the house was locked. But I just remember thinking how fun because she had an outside entrance to her bedroom.
Ooh,
And I
interesting.
thought it was very
Yeah.
interesting that
It allowed for a quick
party
escape.
in her bedroom.
I was not
I also
that
remember the blue
involved.
lights, and I remember running very fast, and I believe I went into the river. That was my hiding spot.
Well, I must have went to a different bedroom then because there was not a
You weren't
party
allowed in
going
the
on
house.
in mine. Awesome. Well, Donald, that is number one to you.
Yeah, so mine, like, it's weird. Like, I have a hard time remembering parties, specific parties.
I wonder why.
Yeah. And popular belief, I didn't do hard drugs. I did, I was using alcohol, whatever, but I wasn't hitting the hard stuff. But I remember a particular one, and I don't know if you were with me on this one, AJ, or not, but it was like a 4th of July in Samberton. Whoever it was, I have no idea who owned this place, but ran an amazing party for we're in high school, we're underage, and we're showing up, and there's a band, and there's fireworks, and it was just an amazing party.
Bands and fire trucks
In the middle of
hookers.
Samberton somewhere, right? There's chicks and guns and fire trucks, and I ended up in. And, this is like, you said lost connection. This was like a thank God for, unanswered prayers or whatever that song was. Cause I was going to hook up with somebody, but thankfully I kind of fell asleep in the back of like a Pinto or something. So I woke up like, oh my God, not like in a car with glass. And I was like, where am I? And thankfully, cause I was going back to whoever, I have no idea. Thankfully, I woke up in the middle of Laconia somewhere, like, where am I? I got to get out of here kind of thing. And, but I just remember those parties were fun because there was a lot of fireworks and, highly illegal party,
Everything.
Yeah. Underage drinking, kegs, bands. But
I couldn't have been there because I never would have abandoned you.
no.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Bethany, we're going to run to you now.
Yeah, so my most vivid memory of going to a party was, and I can't remember who here of this group was even there, but if you remember where Audra lived,
Oh, yeah. She was right up the street.
we all were gonna sleep over in her Bob house. She had a Bob house.
In the backyard.
Yeah.
AJ and I slept outside in the pool house or whatever it was. Some night, I don't know. We were why
Did
we
you
were there. I
really?
have no idea, but we slept at Audra's pool house.
Yeah, so her parents were okay with us all sleeping in the Bob house. I mean, how we even fit is beyond me, but there were no plans to sleep anyways.
Right.
We walked all the way through Labonte's field, by all the cows. I just remember being like, what are you doing? We walked in the night. I'm sure no one had, of course we didn't have cell phones. I don't think anyone even had a flashlight. So we walked in the dark all the way to a group of guys that were camping and having a party. When cars would come, we'd all duck down and then up the road, not Salt Marsh, the next road, Wild Acres or something. I don't know.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
I think I know what you're talking about.
Hung out there, partied there. And then we had to walk all the way back. And the craziest thing is when we were walking all the way back, hoping that Audra's parents didn't know that we all left, that nobody was even there. We're walking back and we get almost to her house, and all we can see is emergency lights,
Oh no.
ambulance, fire
Oh,
truck.
no.
He's like, oh my God. Because, again, no cell phones. There would have been no
Right.
way that they would have even known where we were, if we're okay, what happened to us. It turned out they were across the street.
I had to be there then.
Yeah.
I think you might have been. You guys were all camping. I don't know where you were camping or whatever, but we got back and I'll just never forget thinking, oh my God, they were so worried about us.
Ugh.
And he had like a heart attack, I guess. So they called 911 or whatever. And that's what all the emergency. So we snuck back into the Bob house and no one knew.
Oh, geez.
14 or 15. We were so young.
That's
so
the
crazy.
beauty, though, of
We
back
walked all
then.
night. We walked it. That was miles when you think about it.
Oh, God,
that
yeah.
That was a long, long walk.
Probably drinking wine coolers.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Or Purple
Charles
Passion.
and James and
I don't even know, but I just talking about it, I can't believe we did it. Can't believe we did it.
Awesome. Awesome pick, though, Bethany. I wish I could remember that party better.
It's crazy. I can't believe we did it. I can't believe we did it.
Awesome. Well, Jen, we are to you for your favorite keg party.
Okay, so this is a near miss funny story. So this ding dong and I, Chrissy, we're at my house on Hazelnut Road. Kathy Mears was having a big party. Did any of you go to that?
Was that on Belknap
did.
Mountain Road?
Yep.
Is that where
Right
I
on
think
I may
Is
have
that the
been
one
there.
that the principal came to?
Well, I'll tell you. So we were supposed to go, but we were babysitting my brother and his best friend, Dougie Ware.
Mhm.
And
I love Robbie.
So,
Yeah.
So we're trying to sneak out of the house and get out of babysitting. So we're like just there. We're getting out of the house. We're going down the road. And all of a sudden we see my brother and Dougie behind us running down the road. We're telling, if you go to this party, we're telling. And Chrissy was so mad because she wanted to go more than I did. And she's like, your effing brother, tell him to go home. We get to this party. And like, the long story short, we didn't go because my stupid brother. But the cops came to that party and it got raided. And then when everybody went to school, everybody that went to that party got in trouble. And Chrissy and I, what was the name of the thing? Yeah. So that's when there was this organization started by the parents called Tough Love, and they wanted
Tough
her and I to
Love.
head it.
Oh my! Because you were such great babysitters. Yeah. Boy, are people blind.
All the parents were saying that their kids should be more like Jen and Chrissy.
Oh.
Thanks, Rob.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
exactly.
classic. Yeah.
No, there were people like on the roof at that party. There were people swinging from the ceiling fans. I didn't go. I don't know why I didn't go. I was really good friends with Kathy, but thank God I didn't.
And you lived right up the street too.
A mile.
Yep.
And
But
they found Sarah in the dryer.
Hiding? She was hiding in the dryer.
Hiding in the dryer.
That's
I used
so
to
funny.
crawl in the dryer when I was a little naked. I didn't crawl in naked, but I used to crawl into the dryer. I pretended like it was like the moon lander
Oh.
when I was a little guy. Yeah.
Oh, that's cute.
Awesome. So Chrissy, now it's to you.
So my first one has to do with one that was on Crystal Lake in Gilmington. It was a house party, and I remember going with Becky,
Mm-hmm.
and it was in the springtime. And I remember the house itself was an underground house.
Yeah.
And I just remember driving out there and thinking, like, good God, we're going to get stuck in the mud in Booney Land because it was so far out in the boonies. But when we finally got there, I remember I think her mom was there maybe for a little bit of it, because I feel like her mom thought it was like I don't know, like a makeup party or something. Yeah. There was
More
definitely
mild.
something. Yeah, but then her mom ended up leaving, and I remember it was just the same thing, like just a raging party. And I remember partying on the grass, which was the the roof.
Right.
And I remember somebody came out wearing like lingerie during this, like tons and tons of people at the party and just randomly wearing lingerie. It was very, very strange, but a very fun party.
Oh, it was an awesome party. And Donnie, do you recall
We were at
this?
that party. I
And do
remember
you know
driving
why? Yes,
back from
thank
it.
you.
Yeah.
No, going
in the ruts
to it.
in the car. Right. The mud run or whatever.
The topaz run.
Yeah.
My parents, God love them. Donnie and I were going to that very party. And when you said the mud, it reminded me because I had my parents' topaz and I was just punching the gas pedal. And the tires were like on a train track. They just stayed in the mud tracks.
Yeah.
Oh, I demolished that.
That's
poor
the only
car.
thing I
My
remember
poor
about that
parents.
party. I vaguely remember being out there, but yeah.
Well, let it be known, AJ, that I think you were at every single party that we just all talked about.
Probably. I just probably didn't
Tried to
remember
make 'em
all.
all.
All right. So that's to category number 2, which is something from school that would never happen or exist today. And God, I had like 2 up here and more in my mind. But how, if I'm going first, how in the hell can I not take the smoking area? I mean, I will stop. I will move on to my next one if that's yours, because I want to get my other one out there. Because I don't know if anybody will remember this. That's going to move on to Jen in a minute. But anyway, another one, this was, I think, 7th grade, maybe 8th. And just, like I said, things you would never see be allowed to happen today. But this fucking guy, I think he was in like automotive class. I don't even remember his name. He was a super redneck. But you remember the cafeteria. So the cafeteria, the stairwell that went up on the, if you're walking into the cafeteria, the left side that went up to like where Mr. Foster was. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Well, right out back there, outside those stairwell doors, this guy was allowed to bring in a car. All right. And I have a scar right here to prove it. This guy was allowed to bring in a car and have the students go out during break and lunch and take either a baseball bat, a crowbar, and pay $1 to have 1 minute on top of this car, smashing it to bits. Just the windshield, the lights, just... I mean, it's so dangerous. I fell onto the windshield after I smashed it and ripped my hand open. And just, can you imagine the kids being able to, I mean, I have so many others, but I won't steal anymore. But just the fact that they let us do that, nobody cared. It was a blast. I didn't care that I ripped my hand open. It was worth that friggin' $1. You know what I mean? It was just so damn fun. Like, why can't the kids do that stuff nowadays? And that guy probably was able to buy a new used clunker car after making $300 from us idiots smashing it to bits. So, does anyone else remember that?
I do.
Oh.
I do remember that. I do.
Oh, it was awesome. Awesome. All right, Donald. Now to you.
Yeah, so this one was one of the ones that was a little like, I don't really know where you were going with that one. So I, who was the science teacher where we met? Was it
Mr. Farr.
Yeah.
Do
You know
you
how
walk
he used to
to
like
school or do
expel
you
people
bring your
to the
lunch?
stairwell or something, like how he would just like banish people to it. And I don't think that can occur today just because of the way things are now, that you can't like openly punish people in front of everybody.
Right. Embarrass the hell out of
he
them.
He would just like degrade people, like, get in there, you idiot. You know, like he would say, you know.
Mike and Jake. You know what? Get out. Nope, I'm done with your crap, guys. Get out into the hallway right now. We're going to have a talk.
So I don't think that would fly today, but that's kind of where I went.
Nice. And that's a great pick, Donald, because I swear to you, I text the group that the other night that you were not involved in.
Yeah, and you got sent to that room a few times.
All the time.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I just remember him always saying, do you walk to school or do you bring your lunch?
Oh,
Right.
He
carry
was
your lunch.
awesome. Yeah.
Walk to school or carry your lunch.
Yeah, exactly. He was spectacular. He was a cool dude, man.
Yeah, he was cool.
He was awesome.
Sure was.
Which that we'll get to that later, I think. But anyway, Bethany, that leads to you.
Yeah, well, I think I had the same one that you and Jen did. So
Gotcha.
for sure.
You guys
but the
can
backup
share
one,
it.
you told me to have a backup one. Mine goes back to like elementary, well, fifth grade, right? Yeah, fifth grade. We had those movies in the cafeteria.
Oh, yes.
The whole entire we all sat all over the floor. It was
all through
dark.
all through elementary school. Yep. Chitty chitty bang bang.
I was kissing.
I kiss people.
Eric, and I just remember thinking like the stuff that went on in that cafeteria on the floor.
Oh, at that age.
And you know, nowadays with like cell phone cameras and stuff, they show like in a movie theater, like who it was a politician that was in a movie theater, and they like show what's going on and the lights are out. It's like that shit would be all over the internet. You know what I mean?
I remember going with Jeff Dickinson to that. And I think we were in third grade, and I remember he was like holding my hand, and I'm like, oh my God, he's holding my hand. Oh my God. But behind me was a more mature Scott Shaw.
Oh no.
They were doing a whole lot more than holding hands. Chitty, chitty, bang, bang.
In a motor car, oh, what a happy time we'll spend. Bang, bang, chitty, chitty, bang, bang. Our fine four-fendered friend.
Elementary school. Third grade.
So to get back to your question, that would never occur today.
Right.
Oh, I'm proud of you for remembering that, Chrissy.
Oh my God.
I was going right there too. All right, Jen, where do you then?
Well, I have to say the smoking area, because why wouldn't it be the smoking area?
Right.
That's the most crazy, and in front of the office, nonetheless.
Yeah, exactly.
Now a panel is making recommendations on whether to have these smoking areas like this one at Wheeler High School closed. The students are divided, and so is the faculty.
It's the students that want to smoke that come here. It's away from everybody else that doesn't want to smoke in the school.
Well, it was super. Like, a lot of the people that were in the smoking area were scary to me. I was a little frightened.
I was a smoking area guy.
That's the thing. I could transcend between the smoking area and others.
Yeah, that's what I said.
It was
earlier.
a universal bridging of the different universes.
That's what made our class
and there were
different.
some scary people out there. Yeah.
Not Ben Blaze,
stipulate.
Not Ben Blaze.
I used to stare from the other side of the window at Ben Blaze. You know, he was so cute. Sorry. So something that happened that would never be allowed, I think, would be archery class in gym.
Oh,
yes.
No way.
I just remember when that segment used to come. Well, there were a couple things. So archery, and then also climbing the giant rope
to the ceiling.
That's one that always comes up. Yep.
Yep, from the ceiling with the little teeny blue mats to protect us if we fell.
This
right, it's like an inch and a half thick.
Right?
Yeah.
But I always thought the archery, and I remember Mr. Pinkham like showing us how to shoot the stupid arrows. And remember they had feathers. They had feathers at the end. And I remember he was saying, like, if you hold them wrong and you release the arrow improperly, like the feather is going to slice open your wrist.
Right.
And you could bleed to that.
Of course.
And I just remember thinking, like, oh my God,
people are
this
petrified.
is going to possibly kill me. But they were real, like with metal tips and everything.
Oh,
Like,
absolutely.
and I just remember the whole, like, liability wise. Oh my God. But I remember all we got was a okay, don't run out when somebody is about to shoot an arrow.
Right. Exactly.
Very little
That's it.
safety briefing.
And just try not to slit your wrist. while
Don't
you
be
do it.
stupid.
Shoot.
Right, exactly.
Don't
Have
point and
fun.
shoot at
Yeah.
others, but go for it. And oh my Lord. And then my other thing is kind of same, more recess related, but I remember in elementary school, just being allowed to play dodgeball. In elementary school, and
Hammering
throwing
on
balls
people.
and hammering,
Yeah,
and then I
because
remember
people target the weak.
Yeah, but I remember teachers even being involved in it, and like just getting peppered by balls at full speed by teachers and the older kids, and just thinking, "Oh my God,
Yeah,
I'm not
Right. That's
not
a great
good." And the irony of that is, as correct as you are, Chrissy, now they have axe throwing at bars. I'm like, it's such a fucked up world,
Yeah,
isn't
get
it?
loaded and just chuck a sharp object.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But just a
Our
quick,
generation is excellent at it."
yes. Just a quick story though about the gym, because you remember those doors the brown doors that went out to the outside of the gym at the high school? We used to open them and put a pebble inside it so that when the school closed, we could go back there and open the doors. And we used to rip out the trampolines and the ropes and deadly. Like we would climb the ropes and drop onto the trampolines, so deadly. I could just see someone flip flopping onto the floor. At least it was a rubber floor, right? All right, so we're on to number 3 then, I believe, which is our favorite old home day and or roller rink memory. Now, mine's going to be a little different. It was my first French kiss, and it was not a good one. And I will use just a first name, and this person will probably end up hearing this, but oh well, we were kids, right? But her first name was Jessica. And it was in the
give the year,
dugout.
give us the year. Do you know
Oh
about how
God, I was a little boy. I mean, had to be 4th, 5th grade, maybe. But it was in the Little League dugout, the right side. And yeah, it was just the worst experience of my life. I'm like, I'm never doing that again. She opened her mouth like she was a fucking Tyrannosaurus and just jammed her tongue down my throat. And I'm like, I don't know anything about this stuff, but I'm pretty sure that's not the right way to do it. And I don't know why that just clicked with me. I had another fun story about Old Home Day, but that's a story I will never, ever forget.
Right.
Because maybe that's how I learned how to
you're
kiss.
Kids, you don't know. Yeah, it's not like anybody teaches you how. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like you have to learn by trial and error and people making fun of you and hearing things and learning from other people and all that stuff. Because I learned my first French kiss was spin the bottle.
Yeah,
and then I was called motor mouth for a little while. I didn't know how to do it. Speed tongue or whatever.
Well, that was brutal. She was not a good teacher, but
yeah.
And she'll hear this and I'm going to catch hell for it. But anyway, to you, Donald.
So roller rink memories.
Not that
I didn't have any in Guilford, but I grew up in East Bridgewater, Massachusetts, and there was a roller rink in West Bridgewater, Massachusetts. And what I remember from that is my fondest memories of the roller rinks were playing Asteroids and Defender video games.
The video games.
They were new to the scene, and they were the big video games, and that's what I played. And enjoyed quite immensely. So
indeed. So that goes to you then, Bethany.
Oh, so definitely the for me the fond memory of the roller rink was when I don't think it was even once a month, maybe once every other month. They do the sock hop.
Oh, just
Do you
dancing.
remember that? Did they do that at your roller rink, Donnie? He's
They
laughing.
did not, but the first thing that came to my mind was Johnny Be Good movie? The guy's like, there'll be no sock hop tonight, people.
Oh, I never saw it. No, that was
it's a classic like coach pep talk in the
you got
locker
to stay
room.
later and you got to dance.
Didn't
out
have to
there on
worry
the
about
roller
knowing
rink
how
and
to
you saw it.
skate.
Oh, that was my favorite, was the sock hop. And the song that got me out there was I Am the Warrior.
Oh, yes.
Good one. I am the warrior.
When I
the
hear that song, I
music.
just
The
can
music.
feel the wind in my hair.
Yes.
I'm serious. When
All
they
I
play
can
that
see-
song, turning left. Ozzy Osbourne.
wrong.
Ozzy Osbourne, The Train.
Yes. Crazy Train.
Yeah,
Nice.
Crazy Train. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
That was a blast. That was
Good
dangerous.
pick.
That was dangerous.
That was fast skate, right?
Oh, dangerous.
Little
That was
metal going. To you, Jen?
So my days are going to the roller rink with VJ, and I don't know why, but him and I just like to go to roller skating together, and we would go up and request songs at the DJ booth. You remember the DJ booth there?
Oh, yeah.
And like Queen of Hearts, remember that was like always playing. And
Yeah. That's
we
a
would
great
do
song.
the shirts we would wear were the Esprit and the Benetton shirts with the high collars and the comb in the back pocket.
Of course.
And I remember we'd always have to request a slow song, and I'd always pick Stairway to Heaven because it was the longest, and I get to hold hands with DJ.
And she's buying a stairway to heaven.
Awesome. The music back then just, we'll have to do another one someday just on the middle school and high school songs.
Slow skate was what you waited for, so you could hold hands.
Yes, absolutely. Yep. All right, Chrissy, up to you.
So for roller skating, I used to go with Trisha Edgar a lot. I don't know why, but same thing. I remember doing Shoot the Duck, and she and I were terrible at it, and we would always crash into people. We both had huge crushes on Tom Fabian.
Oh,
and watching
nice.
him skate, we're like, oh my God, older Tom Fabian. But I also remember was it a referee? I don't remember what.
He was kind of a referee, yeah.
Yeah, they were like security.
Stay away from the middle. Stay away from the middle.
Exactly. But he was so nice. And I remember his name was Frank. And I just remember I loved Frank. But I remember Sue Caroselli's parents owned it. And I always remember being so jealous because Sarah always had the best. I mean, not Sarah, Sue. Sue always had the best outfits, and her hair was like, bam. But yeah, I was always jealous of her because she always looked so good. And I thought it was so cool that her parents owned the roller skating rink. But I also remember how many times going into the little snack area and trying so hard to stop going in there for chicken fingers, and everyone would take out all of the tables going in there because no one could stop. You were just like right off the skating rink and right into the snack
that
area.
little toe stopper.
Crash right in.
Take it all
Crash
out.
land.
So, and
awesome.
I do have a memory of Old Home Day too, which is a short, funny one. And Jen probably remembers this one, but I remember it involves Sarah McShane working at the village store.
Oh, nice.
And Sarah told us she was getting off of her shift and that we were supposed to meet her on the little path. And we were waiting and waiting and waiting, and she never came. Well, it was because she gotten caught stealing wine coolers from Mr. McGinley.
Oh, no way.
She went out the back door and she put them like behind the dumpster or something. And then She
got caught.
She went back in and she got caught by Mr. McGinley, and it was terrible. Yeah, so she never got to play with us that night, but that was a home day, and she got fired.
Oh no!
You're fired.
Huh?
Awesome. So we're back to me here. Let me just find the new category we got.
Favorite middle school gathering.
Oh boy. I'm running with this one. And Jen, this definitely includes you at one point. Does anyone remember Wendy Ford's Jack and Jill party at Samoset?
Gosh, mine involves Samoset.
Does it? There are a lot of memories there. We're at Wendy Ford's house, and we have this party where the guys and girls all get to sleep over. And then Jen, the next morning, who at this point, Jen, was when I still had my huge crush on you, and you were eating cereal.
Oh, God. This changed your life forever, AJ.
It did change my life forever, and Jen needs to know about it.
I can't imagine what you're going to say.
It's about to get real.
Oh, boy.
So, I mean, I used to drive Hazelnut or Heather you lived on.
Hazelnut.
So
Hazelnut.
I used to literally ride in front of her house and pop wheelies, do handstands on my skateboard. Like, this is all supposed to work, right?
Like
why isn't she running out here and like
feathers, right?
Yeah. So we're at Wendy Ford's and she's eating cereal, and then she's drinking the milk out of her cereal. And I forget who said something funny, and milk came out of your nose. And then you asked me a few minutes later if I would like any. And that's why to this day, I can't even share dairy with my daughters.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry.
AJ does not share dairy.
I will not share dairy to this day. And that's why this girl that I am so attracted to just had milk dump out of her nose and then asked me if I wanted some.
Jen said I'm not allowed to make a comment about her old nose.
This is a true story, though.
Okay.
I still love you, though.
Thank you.
He won't share dairy. He won't share dairy.
Was that the end of your crush?
No. So that's to you, Donald.
All right. So again, gathering. I went with the air bands. I love doing the air bands, and I love the middle school air bands. And I was new to Guilford, and I was befriended by like Dave Haley and those guys, and we did the Scorpions air band.
I remember that.
And we went against like Scooter, who was amazing at Billy Idol.
And the Go-Go's.
So good. And yeah, you guys did the Go-Go's. Yeah. Yeah, that was a really fun night, and it was an awesome air band, and we had a lot of fun.
Oh, it was incredible.
Yeah.
I can still see Stevie Souza doing the Who.
Yeah.
And being Pete Townsend. Oh,
awesome
God, love him.
Yeah. Yeah, so it was good competition, but we like practiced at Haley's house. It was like Brendan O'Connor, me, Dave Haley. I think your brother was the drummer for us, I think.
Yep.
Dan was the brother, the drummer. Yeah.
Yep.
And we practiced and rehearsed, and we took it seriously.
Damn right we did back
at Dave Haley's house, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were there probably every day after school for like a month or so. But yeah.
Oh, Donnie, do you know those pictures are in? I don't know what year that was. They're in the yearbook.
I have that still. Yeah.
Oh, no way.
It's like Brendan on our knees with Dave. Yeah.
Oh, you need to
Dave
send
Haley
that.
to this day always references that. Like he's like, yeah, the Scorpions.
Who else was in Kiss? I know it was AJ and VJ.
And Donnie,
Todd Camellia.
Donnie and Todd Camellia.
Oh my God. That was like a full-on Kiss concert. Like that was,
Do you know we lost that, right?
You lost?
Oh,
yeah.
it's
We
still
lost
a
to Tammy
sore
Boswell.
moment.
Yeah.
We lost
Who
to
was it?
White
What was
Snake
Tammy
with
Bus-
AJ Bauman.
What song?
Did Tammy dance on the car?
Yes.
Think so. Yeah.
Yep.
She danced provocatively.
And
yeah.
yeah, which took the cake. But we did Kiss to a T.
All right, Guilford! You wanted the best, and you got the best! The hottest band in the world!
There were some that were done in the auditorium up on the stage, which those were the
the high school ones.
Yeah. The middle school.
And the middle school was in the cafeteria,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
Okay, so
Yep.
I remember. So for some reason, we only knew the Go-Go's.
I remember that.
Jessica Crowder was always Linda Carlisle.
Mhm.
But I remember the middle school one. Jen was supposed to be something.
The
You were
drummer, probably.
somebody. And I think we added a keyboardist just so that I have a role, but they never even had a keyboard player. But anyway, it was fun. But Jen had allergy shots that day, and I remember
Oh, no.
she came over and Ildy Frankie brought us all of these clothes because she had all the best like 80s clothes at the time.
Right.
So she was dressing us, and Jen comes and she's got numbers in marker down both of her arms. And the doctor said I'm not allowed to like get my heart rate going, so I can't participate. So
Oh,
loser.
Bummer.
He sat next to Mr. Vargas, and I remember Mr. Vargas was like, "Go."
Yeah.
Anyway, it was
Shot
funny, but
down. Right?
Yeah, and Ben.
they were Guns and Roses.
Blaze.
Colin.
Wasn't he Van Halen with all the ripped jeans?
Yeah.
If
Ben
I had
Hayes
to
did
pick
an amazing
the
Daily
best
Rock.
Van
Yeah.
Halen,
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
He
was
did the kick and everything.
it
Yeah.
was Ben, my brother Dave on drums, and
Yeah.
he striped his drums like Alex Van Halen.
Yep.
And then Jim Moulton was Michael Anthony. No, Kevin
Oh.
Shaw was Michael Anthony. And Jim Moulton was Eddie Van Halen. That was a great one too.
So good.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a good memory.
Yeah.
Yep. I think that's when I started watching Ben in the smoking area.
After the Van Halen kick.
After that
mean,
performance.
Oh, that's funny.
My middle school memory has to be
There
the
we go.
dances. I just remember loving the school dances and Purple Rain. Purple
Yeah.
Rain.
Oh,
Great
yeah.
song.
I
Yeah.
just I hear that song and I'm just back in the cafeteria
Yeah.
dancing. Yeah,
It's such a great song.
it was. It's still a favorite of mine.
I still have so many memories from those. Jen
Oh,
doesn't
yeah.
remember, but
I was
I always
dancing-
remember the
Good
dances.
ones.
The cafeteria was like pitch black. You couldn't see a
Yeah.
damn
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
You know?
I remember
was-
rolling out of the windows to
Yeah.
go and sneak outside and smooch with Dave Robinson.
yeah, there you go.
But I remember the windows at the bottom, they opened, which was funny, but you
Oh,
you had-
right.
you had to lay down, and literally like lay
Yes.
lay on
Right.
your back and roll out of them.
Yeah. I think they
Well,
trained.
they only
I think
opened
they
about
trained
this
it.
wide.
Right?
Yeah.
And that was the only way that you could escape because they had
Yeah.
people, the teachers would watch the other
Right.
The
end.
doors.
Right.
Yeah.
They weren't watching the windows.
Ugh,
So we
so
escaped and
funny.
then we were able to come back in.
So, Jen, I have a memory for you here now. I know I'm going to you a lot, but school dance always brings it up to me. Do you remember that your mom made you come back in to apologize to me because you got
For
mad
what?
at? I don't remember what you got mad at me about, but I just remember your mom making you come in to apologize to me.
I don't remember why.
I don't know, but I must have been right once in my life.
I'll have to ask her.
Yeah, that's
I'll remember.
awesome. So that's to you then, Jen.
Oh yeah. Okay. So it was Halloween. It was one girl, and I talked to my mom about it today, and she said it was Chrissy, but I don't know if it was you or not. But it was definitely Dave Haley, Jeff Dickinson, Tom LaCroix, and Chrissy, I think. But we all put the Friday Jason masks, Friday the 13th, Jason masks on. And so we were out terrorizing, the neighborhood and toilet papering and egging people's houses or whatever.
Nice.
And the cops were chasing us. And
It was not me.
but there was a car in front of my house right up where the stairs were, and the cops came up the driveway, and all of us were hiding on one side of the car with we all had the white masks on. And the cops are on the other side of the car, and they're like, have you seen some kids with Jason masks on terrorizing? And my mom's like, no, but we're all sitting there looking up the
She
stairs.
knew you were all right there.
Yeah.
Nope, haven't seen them.
Oh my god, you would have got shot nowadays.
I know
Right? Dear Lord.
I just can't remember who the other person was. It wasn't me. I guess I don't know. I'll have to think more about it. But that's one of my favorite memories.
That's awesome
yeah.
because that's what a good parent would do.
Right?
Nowadays they'd be like, they're right here, sir.
Yeah.
It's unbelievable.
Throw the book at her.
Yeah.
Well, that neighborhood unfortunately took the brunt of Halloween in Guilford, like that downtown area. They took all the toilet papering, egging, all that stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Close part.
Yeah. Because it was
close
local,
quarters, right?
close,
Guilford Forest and
yeah,
all that.
Right.
And now, a short commercial break.
Welcome to Halftime at 80's High. Want to just get a little info out there for you folks, including our website, which is pastimes at 80shigh.com. And that is 80S for 80s, pastimes at 80shigh.com. Shoot us an email at pta80h@gmail.com, pta80h@gmail.com. Love the feedback you've been sending. We can't appreciate it more. Check us out on all the socials, including our new Facebook, which is Pastimes at 80's High. And then for interaction, Pastimers at 80's High. Find us on all the major podcast platforms, including Spotify and Apple Podcast. And please remember that those 5-star reviews and the comments go a long way helping us move up that chain. So thank you so much. We couldn't appreciate it more.
Pop Rocks. Check. Stretch Armstrong. Check. The Bionic Man. Check. You've gone back in time. This is Pastimes at 80's High.
Chrissy, that's you then.
Yeah, so mine's not a middle school memory, but mine is a 5th grade memory of our Boston field trip. I remember, I know it was Scott Shaw, Scott Herbert,
Maybe.
So anyway, short-circuited the school.
Oh,
remember that?
yes.
And they weren't allowed to go on the trip.
Yeah.
Because as 5th graders, they somehow short-circuited the school.
Bub plugged in it was in Mrs. Buckman's class.
Yes.
And Bub had this unit that he must have got from like Laconia Electric, and he plugged something in that made the clocks start to like spin backwards, and it fucking blew out the whole electrical system in the school.
So they weren't allowed to come and play for the field trip. But then I remember going on the field trip, and this could actually kind of be packaged into the things you wouldn't see today. I remember going into Boston. We went to a Red Sox game, and I just remember being able to run all over Fenway Park. I was like inside without
yourself.
adults.
Yep.
By myself or whoever I was with, just like running around, talking to all these like weird homeless people and adults. And but I remember, and I had a huge crush on VJ, and I was all excited because we all got these Red Sox like painters, the paper painters hats.
Right.
Yeah.
Nice.
And we were sitting behind home plate.
We looked so cool.
Yep.
And I was like, oh, this is the day that DJ is going to like notice me. And my mom was a volunteer, what is it called? The chaperone. The chaperone, because she was a nurse. And I I just remember like being so upset because we were going to like some school for the sleepover portion of it. I remember
In the
sleeping at
gym?
the gymnasium. Yep. And on our way there, I don't know, I can't remember if the bus got lost or what, but I remember we ended up in like some really bad part of the city.
Yeah.
And like these people were throwing, do you remember like beer bottles?
I
being thrown at
do.
the bus? So I remember, we ended up
Such a
getting to
great
the
trip.
school super, super late. Miss Wiley, I remember was so mad because the boys are supposed to be on one side, the girls.
This is where I thought you were going in the beginning.
Yep.
Stevie Souza wasn't with Bob, but he was involved in this story.
Gym.
Yes.
Well, I remember thinking like, okay, when my mom falls asleep, I'm going to make my move on VJ.
Yeah.
My plan got ruined because VJ ended up having to go to the hospital.
What was wrong with VJ? Do you remember?
Yeah, I think it was appendicitis.
That's what I remember. Yeah.
I don't remember that. I remember him feeling
You want to be
sick.
seen.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and I never did get to smooch him, but I was so jealous that my mom got to spend all this time with VJ.
Yeah.
And I didn't.
I'm sure he's upset too, Chrissy. But where I thought you were going is, do you remember Stevie and I forget who else? I might have been one of them, but we were trying to like army crawl across the gym to the girls' side. And we'd all get like halfway and they're like, get back there.
That was when Mrs. Wiley or Miss Wiley lost it, was on you guys when the army crawls over to our side, and she lost her shit. Because it was like 2:00 in the morning at that point.
Oh,
that's funny.
Didn't matter what time it was. There were girls on the other side.
Right. Mission.
Yeah.
Had a mission.
Mission. Exactly. Awesome. All right. That brings us to number 5, which is a memory including someone in this podcast. And I have to go first. And this is where I was saying I'm probably going to have to just say one for everyone, and I'll be brief on each one. Donnie, and I'll get emotional here. I probably can't say enough because...
Oh, you're going to take mine.
No, I'm not
just
even
go
going to
on.
give one because I have so many memories with you.
Yeah.
Donnie became my third brother, basically. And for me, it's Hinsdale. You know, just the amount of times that was so important to me, just Donnie coming down to visit all the time. And then let's see, I got to go to Bethany next and go to my sleepovers at your house with Dan or Oscar now.
In the bunk beds.
In the bunk beds, but we'd always hang out, excuse me, the night before with Dan or with Oscar. And then when we'd get bored the next afternoon, that's when I would go hit the bunk beds with Bethany for at least an hour, and we would snuggle, if you will, and kiss. I don't think anything else happened other than that.
No, and I don't remember how old we were either.
4th grade. Yeah, maybe 5th, but yeah.
Oh my God. After Tommy LaCroix.
Right. And then Chrissy, I've already talked about it with you, but the Steel Hill trip, and we were in the back of a car.
Yep.
You and I were in the back seat, and that's when we were kissing, and then you broke up with me. I forget why. You said the other night. But and Jen, countless memories. Go ahead.
I think PJ was with Paula.
Yeah.
I think that's
he
why we were at
was.
Steel Hill, because Paula's father
Had a
worked
membership there.
and-
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, he was like the general manager.
Yeah. So I think Paula was with VJ, and somehow. I'm
You-
sorry.
It's okay. But anyway. And then Jen, just countless. I mean, the wheelies in front of your house, the dances, the milk. Like, Jen was my crush from Mrs. Peters' class, at least, maybe even Mrs. Lacombe in 2nd grade.
Yes, we had Mrs. Lacombe together too.
Yes, through Mrs. Chase in like 5th grade.
Mrs. Chase, my God.
You know, and I just, all the memories that I friggin' remember about that are astronomical. It's just comical to me. Like, wow, that was 45 years ago.
Crazy.
40 years ago. It's like, yeah. So anyway, great fun. She'll go to you, Donald.
All right. The reason why I thought you were going to take mine is when we met each other for the first time in Mr. Farr's class, where you were sitting in the very farthest seat from the front. You were right in the back of the room, and I turned around over my shoulder, and you were like, "Hey, you do good in school?" And I was like, "Not really." And you're like, "Cool."
I remember that like yesterday too. Yeah. Like I was proud of you. What an idiot I was.
Yeah. The rest is history, right?
Absolutely.
And we just hung out after that and
endlessly
Hinsdale,
until now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And when was that? What grade was that?
That was seventh grade. I think it was seventh grade. Yeah.
Or
I think that's when I came to Guilford was seventh grade. Might have been sixth grade.
It might have been the end of sixth because at the end of seventh is when I had to move. But we came that good of friends over that year.
Right.
That awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, you get choked up.
Yeah.
Did no one else go visit? Like, did Dan never go visit you in Hinsdale? I remember seeing you at a soccer game when I think Guilford played Hinsdale.
The soccer game, that was
that
brutal.
Was a big memory for me. I remember that game, and
that's because it was the championship game in Concord.
Yeah, it was in Concord,
and it was Hinsdale against Guilford, which is why I got picked on so terribly. Because of course I sat with all of you
rooting for the Guilford.
Rooting for Guilford, and then I go back to Hinsdale, who fucking won that year, and then everyone hated me. What a great age.
Oh, it was. Oh, I don't even know how I got to the Concord championship game, but we were there.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Good point. How did we get anywhere?
Right. One of our parents drove us and just because back then it wasn't like now where they kept tabs on us. They like dropped you off and went to a bar or something.
Exactly.
I remember being at one of the Concord soccer games, and Jen and I we used to go with Becky. Becky Calden was our driver, and I remember this one got mouthy because we used to call her Little Scrappy Doo. That she was trying to start a fight with some of the other people, and she would mouth off, but she would do it with Becky standing behind her because Becky was so much tougher. But so she had the mouth, and she'd get us in trouble.
She had the backup. That's awesome. So Bethany, I think we're at you for that category.
Yeah, I really have fond memories of the basketball games. They felt larger than life to me to go to those at night and sit up in the bleachers. And I don't know, something about the gymnasium, the basketball games, the winter carnivals. Cheered our 9-0, way to go.
9-0, way to go. 89 is really fine.
And really going up against the other classes. And I loved that time.
Didn't we have a theme? Why did we call ourselves like the beach? Or we always said the beach.
Yeah, the beach. I remember the beach. Yeah.
So that's to you, Jen.
It's going to be one about you, AJ.
Oh no.
You should say, "Oh no," because I was mad.
Oh, great.
One of the times you were riding your bike down my street. I think this was like third grade, and I was walking down my driveway, and you drove up the driveway on your bike and you stopped and you said, there is no Santa Claus.
Oh, yes, I do remember this.
I went running into my mom. She's like, AJ, I could kill you.
Who goes there? Santa Claus. There ain't no Santa Claus. That's what you think.
Oh, why was I so awful? You believed me? Your mom couldn't talk you out of it? He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's just a kid.
I probably believed too long. Who knows?
That's because I was mad at you for ignoring me for so long, I'm sure. You brought that upon yourself.
Oh, okay. The victim. You're the victim.
I'm sorry, Jen.
I wonder
That's
how old you
terrible.
were. Wonder how
Third
old-
grade.
Why do I want to say third grade? I
Oh
think
my
third
goodness.
grade.
Yeah.
Because that's when I was riding up and down your street. What a terrible human being.
That's a great story.
It is a great
I was-
story for
I have a-
everyone else.
You
I have a
agree?
funny, just a quick little blurb too. I was going through the yearbooks today, trying to jog my memory on some things. And Donnie, you wrote in my yearbook, "Hey Jen, sorry I broke up with you. Have a nice summer. Bye."
I didn't have very good tact. Yeah.
That was it. Wow. Some of these things that are in your yearbook, you're like,
When you're in
When
like the
did you guys
seventh
go
grade, you say you're going out and you hang out maybe like 2 or 3 times kind of thing. It's not like you were in a serious long-term relationship or anything, you know?
I'm sorry.
I'm very
"That's
sorry.
okay."
Very tactful, Donald. What a way to let a woman
Yeah.
down easy.
I know.
Right to the point.
Yeah, right. No beating around the bush there.
But I'm like, hey, sorry. Move on. Right?
Get over it.
Get over it. Yeah.
Have a nice summer. Yeah.
That's funny.
Oh, that's spectacular. Bah, I feel terrible now. So, Chrissy, where do you?
Let's see. All right. So the memory I'm going to share has to do with Bethany. And so my parents used to have a camp on Dockham Shore Road in Guilford, and Bethany was like, she always would come over to the camp, and we would just spend hours upon hours upon hours on the water. You know, my parents had the big, the big like inner tubes that were the real like tire inner tubes that had the
Real
big metal
tires,
thing.
exactly.
Yeah, the big metal thing sticking up, and if they sat in the sun too long, your skin would like melt to them. Yeah, I remember. And I loved it because ours always were painted like J. Garno, so just in case it floated away, like somebody would know that it was my dad's. But I remember Bethany and I used to all go out whenever we could. So if she was staying for a few days, we would go out on our little dinghy, the little rowboat, and we would sing I must increase my bust. I know.
We used to sing that to the girls.
I know, it will grow. I need a bigger bra.
We must increase our bust. We must increase our bust. We must increase. Shut up! Mom!
And we were so convinced that if we did this throughout the summer, that when school started, we would have boobs.
Oh, I love
Oh my gosh. I'd forgotten that. I had completely forgotten that.
That
That
is
was I was looking forward to that with this podcast, that I would, hear things that would jog my memory that I had completely forgotten. Completely. Oh my God.
Too funny.
My memory with you, Chrissy, was when we would make basically virgin Bloody Marys. We'd get.
Is that why
get,
you
like-
still are hooked on them, Bethany?
I almost think it is. I tell people that all the time. They're like, "When did you start drinking Bloody Marys? They look so good. I wished I liked them, but I don't like them." And I said, my friend Chrissy and I would fill our glass with tomato juice, and we'd get the cracked pepper and squeeze lemon in it, and we'd put everything in it, and pickles. Like, we'd put everything in it, and I don't know why we did that, but basically we were making Bloody Marys.
This is a quick, like totally off subject, but Bethany was there, Jen was there, basically like Audra, Trisha, all of them. And it was my birthday party, and I want to say it was 5th or 6th grade. So again, young.
Yeah.
And we went to Papa Gino's. And I remember I was all excited because you could go make your own pizza if you're the birthday girl or birthday boy. You could go behind the counter and make your own pizza. And I was like, ooh. And so I remember making my own pizza, and I was like the star of the day. And I remember, we're all sitting down at the little tables with the jukeboxes at Papadino's at Guilford. And I told my mom, I'm like, I don't feel so well.
Oh, no.
I remember going into that little bathroom area with my mom, and I didn't make it. I threw up everywhere. Papadino's. And of course, everybody from my birthday party was aware of it. So we went home, and nobody wanted to have anything to do with me for the rest of my birthday party. So I fell asleep, and everybody's little sleeping bags were far away from mine. So I had to sleep like my sleeping bag. But while I fell
Happy
asleep,
birthday.
all of these ladies found Wet n Wild nail polish in my room and were sniffing nail polish to get high.
I picked the wrong week to quit sniffing glue.
But I remember years later, we must have gotten cut. Maybe my mom was coming downstairs or something, but I remember like my mom was moving planters to like vacuum behind or do something with planters. Underneath the planter was this like bright blue Wet n Wild nail polish. I was like, oh my God, for like 25 years.
That's awesome.
My God.
Yes.
Evidence.
We ditched it into the planter.
Oh, that's spectacular.
We were high. What did we know?
Sniffing nail polish. All right. Great fun. So now we're at number 6, and that is going to be our favorite teacher. And I have so many here, but my choice is obvious. And there's a reason. And yes, I might get emotional here. But this is someone who I saw actually in maybe 4 months ago, and we got a great picture together. But it's Mrs. Johnson, 4th grade. And this woman probably saved my life because I don't know if you guys remember Mr. Fleck. But
yes, Flaky Puff. I used to call him Flaky Puff.
I was, and thank God for my mom being the dearest soul on the planet, because I said to him once, I told him, I said, I don't know, Mr. Fleck. I'm just tired of being treated like shit. And he smacked me and I bled. Now imagine that happened nowadays,
Can't do that
right?
today. Yeah.
Bam, fired, never working again, right?
Right.
But my mom, being the smart woman she is, was like, I'm sure he deserved it.
Right.
So anyway, Mrs. Johnson had done a course over that summer how to deal with kids that, ADD, like back then there was no ADD, OCD, any of that, depression. And clearly I had some of those issues. So I was able to transfer from Mr. Fleck's class to hers. And I don't think I would have made it through school without her. She was just fucking awesome. And she saved me, in my opinion, and I still talk to her to this day, and we chat about it all the time.
What was it that she did for you? Like, did she speak to you?
Oh God, yeah,
in private kind of thing, or
everything? She just knew that I needed, to focus more, and
so she
put
more attention to you. Yeah,
she didn't just label me as a punk and write me off. She worked with me, and pretty fucking
that's
important.
huge. I mean, that's huge.
Yeah, she had a unique style. I think my brother looked up to her a lot as well.
Yeah, that was big. So do you, Donald?
Yeah, I mean, Guilford was blessed with a lot of good, and I say humans, like good human being teachers. Like they weren't just doing the job; they enjoyed the job. And like I could name so many, but I'll go with Lynn Makepeace just because
that was mine.
She was such a good person, and just like she looked at me and there was the one thing where it was like the domestic exchange that we went on. Chrissy, you were on that. And she was like, you should do this. And I'm like, no, they'll never accept me. Because I was like, long hair, kind of punky. And she's like, no, do it. You can do it. They'll pick you. And they did, So it was like she saw that, she didn't write me off. She said, do it. And that was a huge life experience for me because I had never traveled anywhere, never been on a plane. And it was huge for me. And she was just a good person. Yeah. It wasn't so much about teaching art, but she was just she would ask you how you were doing and those kinds of things.
She was
and
awesome.
Get into things that were going on in high school. And
Donnie, she still lives around here. I see her all the time. I run into her frequently.
Yeah. She's great. Yeah, they were chaperones. They were adults,
Rusty
but they also let us
Rusty.
they let us be kids. We were going out and partying and we were having fun and we were getting drinks in Tijuana, we weren't behaving, but they kept the bumpers on. They made sure we didn't get hurt and, but they also let us be kind of like young adults. And that was cool. I thought that was very cool, so
very,
it was a great trip. Yeah.
Big difference back then.
Oh my gosh. For sure.
That's a great pick, Donnie. Now to you, Bethany. Favorite teacher?
Lynn Makepeace was at the top of my list as well for all of the same reasons. Very genuine woman. But I'll pick a close second was Mrs. Peters.
Oh, yes.
And she was one of a kind. One of a kind. Definitely saved my brother. Saved, I think, Scott Shaw. Yeah. She had the crabs, right? In her, what did she have? Those
the crabs.
The tank of the what were those?
Hermit crabs.
Hermit crabs.
Oh, right, because obviously we're all thinking of something else here.
Oh, no. How would that make her a great teacher if she had crabs? No, she had the hermit crabs. And she was a really funny lady. Really funny lady. Yeah.
You made the boys give her a kiss if they were bad.
I was just about to get into that.
Yeah. You had her, AJ?
Oh, God. I used to get in trouble on purpose so that she would make me come up to kiss me.
Oh, she was the best. She was the best. I just looked forward to school with her.
Yeah. I can still see her curly hair and her glasses. Oh.
Top-notch teacher.
That's a great pick. So that's favorite teacher to you, Jen?
You're going to laugh at mine because no one would probably get it, but Mr. Zuloff, he teaches.
I love Mr. Zuloff.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
He taught European history and he was I had, as you probably all remember, I know Chrissy does, the worst allergies ever. And he had sympathy and everybody always made fun of me because I was always blowing my nose. But he was always so kind. And
he was a great guy. Yeah, he was cool.
And my daughter actually had him. He was still there not that long ago.
Oh my gosh.
He just retired 4 years ago. And then Mr. Edmonds.
Yes. Edmonds was amazing.
Oh yeah. He was good and funny. Always be funny. And I think I want to say he just passed away not that long. I think last year. Yeah.
Yeah, he was awesome. My brother David, that was one of his favorite teachers. Edmonds and Bendix.
He was cool.
Does anyone remember
they had a
Bendix?
good deadpan humor kind of those two. Yeah.
The two of them together, Mr. Bendix and Mr. Edmonds, was just
fucking right.
Yeah.
Bendix was hilarious.
They had some kind of a vibe going together.
Yeah.
They were so funny.
They were so funny. And
So
down
funny.
to earth.
Down to earth,
Yeah.
just funny. And I remember they chaperoned, I can't remember, it must have been economics or something, but they chaperoned, we had to take the short bus because it was 10 students. And we were going to the Boston Financial building. And I guess we were supposed to have another chaperone because they were outnumbered or whatever. So the other chaperone never came. So here we are all sitting in the short bus, and Edmonds was driving and Bendix was like there too. And was Dr. Ayers, our only principal? I'm trying to think. Was he our principal when we graduated?
One more.
He was when you guys graduated.
Yeah.
I think we had Mr. Erda was our vice principal.
Erda was our middle school / vice, and then Ross was kind of a vice,
Ross,
right?
And Ayers.
Yeah.
So and Bendix and Edmonds were starting to get nervous because we're like, oh my God, like if we're not going to be able to go on this field trip if Dr. Ayers pulls in and sees us without this other chaperone. So in comes Dr. Ayers in his station wagon. And I remember just Mr. Edmonds going like, okay, just everybody wave to Dr. Ayers. And he like took off.
Right. Nice. Perfect.
Edmonds and Bendix took us into Boston just the two of them and us. And it was just a riot. Like, talk about two guys that just wanted to have fun.
Exactly. Let's get
the other thing too that was awesome was, I thought, we only had those partitions. We didn't have walls, and the two of them would banter in between the
right over the wall.
Yeah.
That was a really fucked up thing about Guilford, huh? But I loved that about
Not
Guilford.
great for a kid with attention problems.
No, that's probably what ruined me.
Yeah.
I used to just love it. You'd go in, leave on a Friday and come back on a Monday and not know where your class was.
Exactly, right? We just move it around here and there. Yeah. Oh my
You could
goodness.
pass notes to your friends in between the thing.
Yeah.
All right, Chrissy, that's to you for favorite teacher.
Thank you. So, okay, my same thing. Like, we were so fortunate to have such amazing teachers. So it's very, very, very difficult for me to single anyone out. I have so many fun stories. I will say, we talked about Mr. Edmonds, we talked about Bendix, Mr. Girardin. I love Mr. Girardin. Such a kind soul. Makepeace, Mr. Wool. He helped me. He was our cross country coach, and I remember he wanted so badly for me to stay in cross country, even though I could care less about it. He made me a manager of the cross country team so that I wouldn't quit. And there's a picture. I'm going to say it had to have been our senior, the picture that's in the yearbook. And I just laugh because you've got, everybody else is on the cross country team. And here's me with my, my great big hair, the big, gold dangly earrings, my jeans that are rolled up at the bottom, and my little manager jacket. And I had no purpose. But he knew that I needed to stay on that team or I was going to go down the bad road. And he tried so hard. And I just, so thankful for him. Mr. West.
Yes.
I used to give him, George West, I'd give him titty twisters every day. And I don't know how that was an accounting class. And he would try to say something. We would go up to him and we'd just be like, titty twister, George. And you get all red. But I think for me, it goes way back to kindergarten, and it all started with Mrs. McGonigal.
Ah, yes. I'm so happy because I've been holding
Andy
it in.
McGonigal. Yep. God love her. I just, Jen and I are in Rotary, so we get to see her on a regular basis.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Fridays. And she's just as kind and just as beautiful as she was, how many years ago.
Yes. I loved her.
Just a great human. So again, there's so many that I've left out, but
the fact that you remember, and we all remember, our kindergarten teacher is fargin huge.
Yeah.
And I partied with her at a wedding like 10 years ago. I think I danced with her. Like, that's amazing.
Ben and I are in Rotary. I see her every Friday morning.
You need to tell her I say hello,
That's
please.
cool.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
We will. We'll tell her you said hello.
Yes, please.
Yeah, she came to my dad's funeral, so I saw her.
I bet she did.
Oh.
I bet she did.
Yeah, and she still looks amazing. She was always so beautiful.
Oh, so beautiful.
Yeah.
Very classy. and-
Yeah.
Big
Yeah.
lips.
Yeah. Beautiful,
I
beautiful,
always thought
beautiful.
she
Her
was
hair.
pretty.
I was always so envious of her hair. She has gorgeous hair.
I just
We
want
should be
to
playing hot,
shout outs.
hot
I
for
got
teacher, AJ.
Faith Rupert and
Oh yeah.
Retta Colin were
Oh.
impactful to me
Mhm.
because again, I was kind of like I wasn't a good student. Like I wanted to be out playing. I wanted to be doing stuff. I didn't want to be sitting writing notes. You know what I mean? Like I wanted to be banging nails or playing music or you know, I wasn't a student kind of kid. And those two teachers were like, they knew that, but they were like, you got to do what you got to do to get through. But I understand where you're coming from. And they were endearing to me. I love those two too.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go to favorite lake memory here. And I'm just keeping it basic because nothing's more important to me. Well, that's not true. But for me, it's simply Guilford Beach because growing up, I lived on Farmer Drive in Guilford, which, I mean, I always say 7 miles when I talk about this, but it was probably like 3 or 4 miles. But still, I was a 3rd grader, a 4th grader. I was riding my BMX bike there every day, all right?
Yeah.
Down a major roadway, Route 11, you know,
No helmet.
and no helmet, no knee pads, and any pad that came on my fucking bike came off immediately or I'd be an idiot. You know, riding to Guilford Beach every day on my bike, I'd stop. Does anyone else remember that little water spring on like that cutoff road, 11B or whatever it is? I'd always stop there, get a drink. Then I would head to the beach and, oh God, I can still see myself picking quarters. I'd go to the snack bar and take a stick and cut a little notch into it and pick quarters out of the sand through the little things. And, you know, my parents didn't have money to give me, you know, so I dig out quarters, get a hot dog or a burger and swimming out to that dock, you know, the raft.
Yeah.
Like that was so important to me. And then we'd love it when the lifeguard would go in because we'd get up on the lifeguard chair and fucking dive off it. It was just so fun to me. All of the memories I have there through my life, just really important. And to you, Donald.
Well, we are so blessed that Guilford has that beach. Like that is one of the best pieces of real estate on Lake Winnipesaukee. And it's just one of the best beaches in the state, I think, you know, like
for quietness
as
fun.
Residents of Guilford, you can go there. It's like, it's clean. It's, you know, it's just awesome. I mean, that's an amazing piece of land. I love that place.
Remember the little necklace? The little silver dollar necklace that you couldn't get in without?
The little Guilford taxpayer bag.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, yeah.
Your ID.
Believe me, like, as I grew up and I got in the Navy and I moved away and like my parents always still lived and I live in their house now. I'm a Guilford resident, but for a time I was living in Belmont. They lived in Guilford. My parents, I'm like, just give me your beach sticker. You're not going. Give me the beach sticker. And they wouldn't do it. My dad was like, no, they might audit you. You'll get in trouble. And I was like, no, just
audit you for going to the wrong beach.
Yeah. But no, my memories, you know, obviously we're very blessed. Lakes region, this is a beautiful area. Was the Pier Restaurant, Weirs Beach, working on the Pier Restaurant.
Yes.
Just a cool place to grow up. I mean, looking at it now, it's like that place is cheesy. It's just video games and there's nothing there. But when you're young and it's, you know, it was fun.
I went there just over a year ago in the summer, and had still the greatest seafood platter. That kitchen fan was still there that we worked in. Everything about it was amazing. And then I heard they sold this year, so I'm very heartbroken about that.
Oh,
yep.
I'll always have a fond place in my heart for that place. So.
Damn straight.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Bethany, that's to you.
Mine is definitely Guilford Beach. Definitely almost, it was like everybody went. You saw everybody there. I do remember being impressed by Liam's mom. She'd bring a loaf of bread, a bucket of peanut butter, big peanut jelly. She'd just crank out sandwiches. Your food tasted great there. I just loved that you'd see everyone. You'd see everybody there.
Yeah.
In the playground.
Oh, yeah. Incredible. All right.
Everything about it.
Damn right.
The
To you,
raft.
Jen?
Well, you guys, I wasn't going to say the beach, but I just remembered, I remember something from the beach. So I'm going to say two things, and they're both pretty brief, but the beach, the first one is the first time I ever smoked pot was in 6th grade, and Liam and Scott Shaw brought me down to the other end, the dark end down there.
With the raft, the rope raft.
Yeah.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah, that's when I learned how to smoke pot. Thanks,
Nice.
guys. So that's a memory. And then Rachel Keating. Do you remember Rachel Keating?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Keaton, right? Rachel, Stevie Souza dated her
Keating,
forever, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I think
Yeah.
what?
Yeah.
He did Steve Souza for a long
Yes.
time.
That's
Blonde
right.
Rachel. Yep.
Yep. So she had an island property, Mark Island, and we used to spend a lot of my summers out on her island property, and we would take her little rowboat that had, a very small motor on it, like, I don't know, 10 horsepower.
Right.
And we would sneak out of the cottage and go to Weir's Beach without our parents knowing.
Oh my God.
That must have taken a while.
Did, but her parents were a lot older, and so I don't think they really. She was the last one of like 4 girls, so they don't really think they care.
So that's the point. You could do that back then. The parents didn't care. They're just like, go have fun. And that's to you, Chrissy.
So let me see. So I'll say Guilford Beach as well. And
boy,
talk
none of
about
us had
the
that idea.
playground though. So the little
merry-go-round, jumping
whatever
off.
that thing was, that was awesome. And you could get stuck underneath it and just
And
go as
killed.
fast as you could, and kids flying off.
My daughter, oldest daughter, who's 27 now, had an injury from being trapped underneath the merry-go-round.
Oh, it's terrible, right?
We would dig purposely dig the sand out so it was like a little cave underneath there. It was so cool. Like I loved that. But I have a funny memory of Jason Bean's house. Did you go to this party? So senior year, it was before Memorial Day weekend because I can't remember what island, maybe Diamond
Cow Island.
Jason Bean's parents had a place out there, and he was having a party, but it was before all the summer people came home or came up. So, and I remember he didn't have any telephone or electricity anyway. The only way obviously we could get out there was by boat. So I remember I was seeing Chris Gagnon at the time, and he brought a bunch of people out on the boat and was like, all right, I'm going to go get the next round of people and I'll be back in 10, 15 minutes. Well, he never came back. And we were all stranded literally on the island. I remember Meredith Bloom was out there because she actually hooked up with Mike Morin at the time, and now they're married, and it's just so funny. But I remember my parents were going to kill me, and I felt so bad too because
that sounds like a Krista Ganji movie.
So you were on the island side.
On
You were stranded on the island.
Stranded on the island, and we were out there for a long time, and then finally, well beyond curfew. I think my curfew was midnight, and we were already into 1:30. I'm like, my parents, I went from feeling nervous, they're gonna kill me, to oh my God, I feel so bad because they probably are really worried about me.
Right. Search parties are going out.
Yeah. So I remember Joanna Cardinal was there too, I remember the boat finally came back. And I remember Chris Gavin, like so many people were so mad at him. And so like all these people got on, and it was based on like who's going to get in the most trouble by missing their curfew.
Right.
And that was how we decided like who was going to get the first boat back. And so I obviously was in the first boat, and I just remember like saying to Chris Gavin, I'm like, we are so over. I'm like, where have you been? He goes, oh, he's like, I found another party. So the whole time,
wrong answer.
Right.
like totally forgot that he was the shuttle.
I was there.
Yeah, totally forgot that he was the shuttle for all these people. And like, so not only forgot me, the person he like was dating, but forgot everybody else out there too. I remember getting home and telling my mom. I remember my mom she was so sad. Like she was really nervous of like something had happened to me. So when she saw me and realized I was safe, it went instantly from sad to mad as hell.
Yeah.
Like,
You're okay.
Yeah.
Now you're in trouble.
Okay, now I can be pissed again.
Right.
So I remember being like, I know you're not going to believe me, but I was stuck on an island. And I remember she looked at me and she's like, oh, come on, you can come up with a better one than that. And I'm like, I swear to God, I was stranded on an island.
Awesome. That was such a fun episode, everyone. Like, I love reminiscing about old school stuff, high school, elementary, that's kind of where I want to be sometimes. So thank you all so much for joining us. Dongo, thank you.
Thank you, AJ. It was always fun.
Indeed. And Bethany?
Thank you, my oldest friend, AJ.
Thank you. Absolutely. And Jen?
Rock on, my friend.
That's Jennifer Sarah, and I will not use the last name, but boy, do you need to shorten your email.
I know.
And Chrissy, thank you so much.
Thank you. This was so much fun.
Absolutely. And listeners out there, thank you. I know this is a local one, and we are out.
You've been listening to Pastimes at 80's High. Our passion is the nostalgia from the 70s, 80s, and early 90s. When times were more simple, times were more fun.
Hey, bud, let's party.
And we weren't stuck in our phones all day.
Inconceivable!
We hope you've enjoyed the show. If you did, make sure to like, rate, and review. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, you can send an email to pastimes@80shigh@gmail.com and hit the website at pastimes@80shigh.com. See you next time.
We came, we saw, we kicked its ass.